Corsair really knows what they're doing when it comes to producing great gaming keyboards and peripherals. I've been reviewing tech for a while now, and I can honestly say they never cease to amaze me. Today, I'm going to be reviewing the newly released Corsair STRAFE mechanical keyboard. I've spent some time with it. I'm going to give you guys the full rundown on my thoughts, opinions, and experience with the STRAFE keyboard to help make a better purchase decision for you guys, or just to give you an overall overview on some of its features. The STRAFE keyboard is dubbed with the tagline, "Real mech or nothing," and that is exactly what this keyboard is. Using true German-built MX Cherry switches inside, the keyboard will provide a great experience for gamers or keyboard enthusiasts. My particular model has MX Cherry red switches inside, although browns can also be purchased at this time, with blue switches to be available later on this year. Taking a look inside the box, you'll find the keyboard nicely protected in plastic wrap housed in cardboard. Don't forget to take everything out inside, because you will find an additional set of textured keycaps and a keycap puller. The keycaps are for mobile and FPS gamers, but more on this later. Taking a look around the keyboard itself, you'll find a body made of a nice matte black plastic finish, ditching the old brushed aluminum and anodized metal body from the previous series. This in return makes it much easier to keep clean and cuts down on costs as well. On the top left, you'll find the new Corsair logo in all its glory. Big props to Corsair for rebranding yet again, but this time settling on a logo that is clean, sleek, and stays true to the company's history. The keyboard is your standard 104 key layout, which still provides 100% anti-ghosting with 104 key rollover. Now back to the keys, they are a soft matte plastic, but they kind of resemble a soft rubber feel to me, which is great for grip. Speaking of grip, yes, as I mentioned earlier, the keyboard came with textured keycaps, which you can also swap out. WASD can be swapped with textured keys for FPS gamers, and the QWERDF kit for mobile players is also included. Those keys are also contoured to fit the shape of your fingers, as you can see. The slight slope is a great little feature for the keys we'll be using most often. The keyboard spacebar is also now textured by default, giving your thumbs a nice change of scenery. Under those keys, you'll find the MX Cherry key switch with the LED light directly above. This is to ensure you're getting the maximum amount of brightness shining through your translucent key character. The entire keyboard is complemented also by a nice red base. In return, since the keyboard has red LED lights inside, the lights reflecting off the keycaps will shine brightly down onto this red surface, making the keyboard seem more vibrant, something I wish the K70 keyboards would have had, but with a white base. On the top right side of the keyboard, you will find Corsair ditched the dedicated media keys and instead coupled them with the F keys, which really isn't a big deal personally because again, cutting costs for a cheaper price is always good. You'll find two additional keys up top. One is for locking the Windows button when gaming, and the other one is for dimming your LED lights, allowing you to change the brightness from completely off, 33%, 66%, or fully on at 100% brightness. Flipping it around to its backside now, you will find something that I absolutely love, and I can't help but think that I had some sort of influence on with my K70 RGB review, and that is the addition of a USB pass-through. You can now finally plug in a mouse to clear up some desk clutter or a flash drive on the keyboard itself. This is something I really love, and I wish all keyboards would adapt this feature for the future. Thanks for listening, Corsair. Also, the USB cable is very thick but not braided. It has two USB connectors at the end with yellow accents for the Corsair branding, although I'm surprised it's not red to go along with their keyboard's theme. It should be noted that one USB is needed to power the keyboard if in a USB 3.0 slot, however both will be needed to plug in for the USB pass-through. On the side of the keyboard you will find a nice new addition, something that the SteelSeries Apex M800 keyboard has, and that's a little light bar. On each side of the keyboard you'll find a nice but subtle LED light strip glowing red, adding to the visual aesthetics of the keyboard. And underneath on the bottom you will find two legs that flip outward, not up and down, to ensure that it will not collapse when moved, and four rubberized feet in each corner to prevent the keyboard from scratching your surface's top. All in all, I am really impressed. While I did like the previous keyboard's brushed aluminum finish, the bottom line is it was a straight pain to clean and keep clean. This matte black plastic on the STRAFE looks really nice and it feels really well constructed. I can't complain. The USB pass-through also is the key to my heart, and I will take that feature over dedicated media keys any day. Now let's take a look at the Corsair Q software. You'll still find the Q software that we are used to in the past, but this time since there are no RGB lights, it is much simpler. Each key is still individually backlit, so you can pick any key to be read if you like, or just pick from their list of pre-made effects. Visor is pretty cool, which kind of looks like a red scanning wave effect. Next is rain, which has a matrix kind of looking effect where it just rains down red along the keycaps. Pulse breathes the red color in and out. Wave sends a wave of red light from left to right, or right to left if you want to switch it up. Then you have your type lighting effects, which will highlight the color you press and fade out. So if I'm typing, those letters that I'm pressing will be highlighted and they'll slowly fade away. And the ripple type lighting effect does the same thing, but sends out a pulse of light from the key you pressed. I like this one a lot. I think it's really cool. And you can also press like 5 keys at once and still have 5 separate pulses come out of the keyboard. You can also change the speeds of the effects from slow, medium, to fast. And now for your advanced settings, you can go in and change each key to a different shade of red, or aka brightness, to achieve different looks if you please. But I for one was just content with the presets they provided. Also, for people wondering about macro keys, with the Q software, you can essentially make any single key a macro by programming it to do what you want. This software is great and detailed, but will take an experienced user to take full advantage of all it has to offer. And lastly, the most important thing is, how did the keyboard actually perform? Great and fantastic, actually. It actually gave me a new experience, which is kind of different. I've used MX Cherry Red switches in the past, so I'm used to their feeling, but these had their own special buttery smooth feeling to them. It was really different. I liked it a lot. And now, since I know you're all waiting for it, I will do a sound test of the MX Cherry Red switches inside the Strafe keyboard. It didn't give me a competitive edge or anything like that with gaming, but the keyboard itself is just miles ahead of its competitors for the price. These MX Cherry switches are wonderful for keyboards, and Corsair definitely knows how to take advantage and make a great keyboard with them. The board itself retails for $110 US, which I think is a steal for a true mechanical keyboard with MX switches and backlighting. Couple that with the features in the software, it's amazing that the keyboard is priced so incredibly fair. If I had to pick one con, I guess I would have liked to have seen a dedicated volume rocker above where the number pad is, or perhaps maybe have the USB cable be like a foot longer. I don't know, it's really hard to pick a con because Corsair honestly did such a phenomenal job with this keyboard. I can't recommend it enough. Well everybody, if you're in the market for a new gaming keyboard, I definitely suggest checking out the Corsair STRAFE mechanical keyboard, and I hope you liked my review of it. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up, and I kind of alluded to it. I compared this keyboard in some aspects to the older K70 RGB mechanical keyboard. If you want to see me put them head to head and do like a kind of review and comparison of both the keyboards, let me know down below, and also give the video a thumbs up. That'll let me know you want to see it. I'll probably do it anyway, but I'm just saying. If you have any questions, feel free to comment down below, or you can always hit me up on Twitter at randomfrankp. And lastly guys, if you haven't already, please hit subscribe. I've done a ton of tech videos in the past. I got a ton of tech reviews planned for the future. I also do a lot of stuff with cool gaming setup videos. So if this is your kind of style, in your genre of videos, I'll definitely do what I can for you. Well everybody, hope you enjoyed the review of the Corsair STRAFE mechanical keyboard. I'm loving it, and I hope the video helped you out. I'm Random Frank P. Have a good day.